aligned incentives, and open competition, you'll outperform any centralized organization.
There were several AI waves over the intervening decades, and each wave thought that the Omega moment was around the corner. And it got to the point where we all kind of thought like it was never coming. And then all of a sudden it was here.
Well, guess what, guys? It is here, and you haven't missed the AI boom, with every single day bringing new announcements, new partnerships, new products, new services. There's one project that I am the most bullish on in the AI space, and that is none other than Bittensor. In this video, I'm going to break down why I'm bullish on it. What happened the last two times, Bitcoin was coming up on its halving. We know Bittensor's coming up on its halving, and I think around 45 to 50 days. So it's right around the corner. What was Bitcoin doing around that time before its halvings? And could the same happen to Bittensor? Should you be getting into this project now? I'm going to talk about that. Let's start with a massive shout out to the people that created that documentary. That was just a clip, by the way. I will be watching this after I film this video. I highly recommend you do as well. It's theincentivelayer.com. That is what I showed you from their preview here. It is available on that website. Go watch it. I haven't seen it, so I can't vouch for it. But I know the people behind it, and based off of some of the previews that we've seen, it looks fairly legit, and I'm very curious to see some of the things they have highlighted there. We'll take a look at Bittensor. It was one of the few that was rallying after the October 10th massacre with the liquidations from a lot of the big exchanges, including Binance, that saw certain coins go all the way down 99%. Bittensor had a really nice bounce back. If you take a look at this chart, this is on the daily. In fact, that weekly candle, which included October 10th, ended up closing in the green. It opened at $315. It got to a low of $140, and it closed at $383. My friends, this was supposed to be a break to the downside, a descending triangle. It bucked the trend, it broke to the upside, came back on a retest on volume, and it is continuation to the upside. How much higher can Bittensor go? I'll give you guys a little price prediction as well. First, let's study what Bitcoin did prior to its halving, okay? I wish I had the clock up on the Bittensor halving, but it's like December 10th. So like about 45 to 50 days, about 42 to 45 days left until the halving. Well, let's go back to 2016. In the red is when Bitcoin halved in 2016, which was July 9th. What did Bitcoin do the 2 months, around 45 days prior to its halving? When you can see here, it ran all the way from $446 to $777 at its peak. Now, it did have a little bit of a pullback right before the halving, but still went up 74%. And if we remove if we take into account the big dip, it still, at the end of the day, was up 43% when the halving was here. Let us fast forward to the year 2020. And I'm not going to look at 2024, and I'll tell you why here in a second, okay? 2020, halving, May 11th, 2020. What did Bitcoin do with around 45 to 50 days left? Closer to 60 days in this time frame. It went up around 162%. Now, some might say, well, that probably had a little bit to do with COVID and everything bounced back. Sure. But at the end of the day, this is what Bitcoin has done. And the reason we're not talking about 2024 is it was the only year we hit an all-time high prior to the halving. And so there was choppy sideways price action as Bitcoin had rallied going into the ETF approvals, and price kind of chopped sideways when the halving happened. So when you look at Bittensor, we are, again, roughly 42 to 45 days away, and we're already starting to see a little bit of a breakout on the weekly time frame. If you zoom out to the daily, since the 22nd, which was last Wednesday, Bittensor from trough to peak has rallied 25%. You can see it's seeing a little bit of a cool off. This is also a very bullish pattern on the daily, as you can see here. A big leg down, failure to take that high, a double bottom, essentially come back up to the first or the second high, and then a little bit of a bull flag. My bet is we consolidate for maybe 2, 3, 4 days. And then we really see a massive candle with high open interest. Speaking of open interest, and I want to give a shout out to my friend, Magic Internet Money, who joins our show every Tuesday. He put this indicator on my radar. This is open interest. So the open interest that are highlighted in orange and blue are your anomalies, right? These is fresh capital coming in. And you can see here, over the last 4 days, twice has this happened on the big move up with increasing volume, again, on the daily time frame. Guys, I'm telling you, Bittensor is primed for a massive move up. This is a product, a cryptocurrency that has a tokenomics model of Bitcoin that is scarce. Think of it like Bitcoin, but for AI. And you saw in the very beginning of the video, the opening of this video, everyone always seems to think, oh, the top is in, the top is in. But when you have something like artificial intelligence that is so exciting and new and can change the way people do things every single day in their homes and in their lives, and it's going to continue progressing, there's always going to be some level of hype around AI. And I think Bittensor deserves to be at the forefront of that in the, not just the crypto space, honestly, in the entirety of all the spaces, including crypto. Let's take a look at subnets. I think subnets are about to explode as well. They have been nothing but down and to the right, okay? Total price on subnets, and there we go. We're going to expand this thing out. It had this massive peak earlier this year, and it's kind of flatlined. We expect this thing to reverse. I did do a subnet video on how to stake. Now, since I've done that video, this product has launched, Mentat. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Investing in subnets is now as easy as shopping on Amazon. Design your own strategy now and let Mentat optimize it for you. Divided in 2 parts, Mentat Mines and Mentat Plus. Mines gives you access to the core indexes developed by Mentat to optimize your TAO staking. Mentat Plus offers a flexible and customizable experience for advanced users. Build your own strategy based on Mentat indexes and subnets on a single wallet. This is our interface. It's like going shopping, right? You connect your wallet, you pick your subnets, and it pretty much can DCA it for you, or it can create a little basket for you. So this is a great resource. I'll link this. I'll link the URL to this in the description of the video. Highly recommend you guys go check it out. There's a lot of money to be made in Bittensor subnets, but if you're uncomfortable or don't want to deal with it, holding the native TAO token is going to serve you well also. Now, price prediction. People always ask me, I've been talking about Bittensor for quite a long time now. This has been one of the few projects that has held up my portfolio, and I know a lot of our community members, especially our Patreon members who have joined us, have been able to keep their portfolios above in the green in terms of unrealized P&L or potential taking profits on P&L, is Bittensor. And I always ask, well, what's your price prediction? And when I give them the number, they look at me like, what? So I think Bittensor, prior to the halving, can reach up to $800 to around $1,000. Longer term, as long as growth continues to happen in the subnets, we know the deregistration of subnets is happening with new ones coming in. I think that's going to be a net positive for the entire Bittensor ecosystem. As long as that keeps happening and the subnets that are in there continue to grow, I think we're talking about a $200 to $300 billion project as long as AI continues to be at the forefront, which it will. We just had a big debacle with this Neo thing, robotics. It's another wave. And then next you're going to have artificial general intelligence. And then after that, you're going to have artificial super intelligence. Then you're going to have quantum computing. Then, guys, I'm telling you, for the next decade, AI is going to be absolutely massive. It's going to be hot. You want to be positioned in the top performing assets and the top performing projects that have the best potential to grab a lot of market share. And I believe in the crypto, there's one that stands out, and that is Bittensor. So if it gets to that $200 to $300 billion project, do the math, divide it by the amount of tokens, emissions get cut in half in just 45 days, and come back in the comment section. Let me know what the price of each TAO would be at $200 to $300 billion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Bittensor content, and come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. To the next one. Peace.